old is too old to belly dance? You're never too old to belly dance. As you know, if you've seen my introductory video, you'll know that I'm 62 years old at the moment. What you may not know is that I also have 2 total replacements of my knees. So I don't have knees anymore. Well, my knees are made of metal and plastic. So I'm 62 years old, I have prosthetic knees, and I am still belly dancing pretty well. Not as well as when I was 25. Well, no, actually, that's not true. I think in some ways I'm dancing every bit as well as when I was 25. It's true that there are certain things that I can't do that I used to do when I was 25. I can't do back bends anymore. I can't do deep back bends. I can't do floor work anymore because of my knees. I'm not allowed to do floor work. That's the one thing that I can't do with my metal knees, is go down on the floor. I can't do the splits anymore, but my goodness, I can do an awful lot of other things. I want to encourage all of you, absolutely everybody, to recognise that this is a dance form that is absolutely for everybody. And I know we say that, but I also know that women, and I'm sure men as well, fear that they may be laughed at or looked down upon because they're older or because they carry a lot of weight or all sorts of things. Belly dance is, I think, I always say it's an incredible dance form. One of the things that is amazing about it is that we can dance when we're older. When I was training to be a ballet dancer, I knew that my career would be over by the time I was 35. These days you can go on for longer because training is much better than it was when I was young. But certainly you can't go on at a high level in a ballet career much beyond your 40s. In belly dance, here I am. I'm still performing and people are still enjoying my dancing and will continue to. I intend to carry on dancing until I am at least 75. And I know other really good dancers who are in their 70s and who are still dancing, who are still delighting audiences. That's all that matters, is that we delight our audience. And that's about how we communicate and how we communicate our joy in dancing. And we should never, ever be apologetic for who we are. We should love everything about ourselves and everything about our dancing. And if we feel that, then we'll communicate that with our audience and give them pleasure. It breaks my heart when I see people saying, I'm too old to dance, or I can't do that anymore, I'm too old to perform. You're never, ever, ever too old to dance. And also, even if you've given it up for a while, you are never too old to get back into it. So let me tell you my story. 7 years ago, I had to give up performing completely. I had to retire because I had increasing arthritis in my knees and the pain just got too much and I couldn't actually perform anymore. I carried on teaching, so I was still teaching and I was still dancing, but over the course of those 7 years, I piled on a lot of weight, which wasn't good for my knees, of course. And yes, although I was obviously still dancing because I was still teaching, I had given up performance completely because it was just too painful. And it got to the point, 2.5 years ago, it had got to the point where I was actually walking on walking sticks. I couldn't walk more than 100 yards. Trains were a real problem for me. I remember I used to really worry if I was going anywhere by train because going upstairs was really painful. So going up steps to a train station, I used to have to haul myself up by the banister. And also if I got to the platform and my train was right down the bottom of the platform, it was just awful because if I had a long walk to get there, it was just, particularly if I was carrying something heavy and that would put extra pressure onto my knees, it was just really painful and really, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. I then had surgery and I had my knees replaced with metal knees. And then I started on the tough journey of getting myself back to fitness. Now, as I said earlier, I can't do all the things that I used to do. Of course I can't. But I can still dance, and I can still dance well, and I can still delight audiences. So I urge you, please, please, even if you haven't performed for a while, even if you think you're too old to dance, please, please just do it. And like me, you can get back to dancing, because I'm out there and I'm performing and I'm proud of myself. I'm a 62-year-old grandmother and I am still belly dancing and I am still delighting people. And that can be you too. So please, if there's one thing that I would beg you to take from this, is you can always dance. There is no shame to being older. We have so much to give. I love looking at young, beautiful dancers. I love it. But I also love looking at older dancers who have a richness of their lives and something, you know, we have a depth and a richness that we can give to. So please, 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 wherever you are in your dancing, never say I'm too old. Just, if you want to, you can say I'm older. I'm happy to say I'm an older dancer, but I will never be too old. Just keep building and building and you will get there. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of your years. Be proud of your experience, and give your dance to people with love.